All right, we'll move now to Saturday's college football action. We'll start with NC State and Florida State. NC State 3-point road favorites, 55.5 being the total here in this game. I got to lay it here with NC State. I think they're the right side here. I was impressed with NC State. Some injuries, tough loss to Miami, bounced back, beat Louisville. The defense was terrific for NC State. Wow, with some key guys out on that side of the football, and they still completely bottled up and shut down that Louisville offense last week. Very impressed by that. Florida State, all-out effort, all-out emotion, intensity, physicality against Clemson, only to fall short and end up losing that game in brutal fashion. And by the way, speaking of losing in brutal fashion, if you did not bet Florida State early and get 10.5 or 10 on Florida State and you got the 9.5 instead, my condolences to you. That is as brutal an end. It's one of those stupid, multiple lateral plays on the final play of the game. They end up going backwards with it. A Clemson player picks it up, dives into the end zone, final play of the game to turn a 4-point margin into a 10-point margin. So if you had Florida State plus 9.5, one of the worst beats you could experience, just absolutely terrible. If you got the worst of the number there with Florida State, I don't trust them to bounce. That was such a gut-wrenching game. They put a lot of stock into that Clemson game. They were starting to turn things around. Then having that game end like that, just absolutely horrendous for Florida State. I don't think it's going to be difficult for them to pick themselves up off the mat following last week. So if the line at least stays at 3 and doesn't get higher than that, I would only look to the Wolfpack here in this game. Conor, Mac, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know how Florida State's going to come back after that game. I mean, they will be back at home. They've been playing better football, even though, that ended up just being a 4-point game. I mean, it ended up being 10 because of that play. But they were right in that the whole time, like I thought they'd be. My problem is NC State looked good back at home against Louisville. Their defense played well. But NC State on the road, laying this field goal, that's why I stayed off it against Miami. I'm leery about it here. I really like the Wolfpack. I just don't love them too much on the road. I like the under here. I think Florida State's defense has played better. That was my biggest hurt because I had the 10 that pushed in that game. Yeah. I had the under pretty big in that Florida State Clemson game.
The under too. I forgot about that.
Both. You could have got double whammy there in that game. But 56, I think this is a little high. I definitely like the under here.